Here we have a problem in trigonometry. Okay, let's go over the question. A bird sits on the branch of a tree, then starts to fly. The height of the bird is described by the function y equals to 0.6 times sine of pi x over 12 positive 35, where y represents the height of the bird measured in meters and x represents the number of seconds since the bird left the branch. Which function expresses y, the number of seconds since the bird left the branch, as a function of x, the height of the bird in meters? Okay, here in the given function, y represents the height and x represents the meters. But when I look at the question over here, y represents the number of seconds and x represents the height of the bird in meters. So whatever stuff represented by y and x in the given function have been switched in the question. Because in the given function, y represents the height, but here in the question, y represents the number of seconds, and here in the given function, x represents the number of seconds, but here in the question, x represents the height of the bird. So clearly, the functions we have in the options, one of the functions in the options must be inverse of the given function, because the stuff for y and x in the given function are switched. So one of the options, the function in one of the options must be inverse of the given function. So to get an answer for this question, what we have to do is we have to find the inverse of the given function y equals to 0.6 times sine of pi x over 12 positive 35. Okay, let's find the inverse of the given function. Okay, let me write the given function over here. That is y equals to 0.6 times sine of pi times x over 12 positive 35. Okay, to get inverse of this function, the first step what I need to do is I have to switch y and x. That is, this y has to be replaced by x and this x has to be replaced by y. So then I'll be getting x equals to 0.6 times sine of pi y over 12 positive 35. Okay, now what I need to do is I have to solve for y in terms of x. So for that I have to isolate y. I have to get rid of all the stuff around the variable y. Okay, so first I'm going to get rid of this positive 35. So for that I have to subtract 35 from both sides. When I subtract 35 from both sides, the resulting equation will be, so this positive 35, negative 35 will cancel out, and we have x negative 35 on the left side. On the right side we have 0.6 times sine of pi y over 12. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of this 0.6. Since 0.6 is multiplied by sine, I have to divide both sides by 0.6. So this 0.6 will cancel out. So the resulting equation is x negative 35 over 0.6 equals to sine of pi y over 12. Okay, now to get rid of this sine, I have to take sine inverse on both sides. So when I take sine inverse on both sides, I'll be getting sine inverse of x negative 35 over 0.6 on the left side. On the right side, sine inverse of sine of pi y over 12. Okay, so we have the same stuff, sine inverse of x negative 35 over 0.6. Okay, the sine inverse of sine of pi y over 12 will just become pi y over 12, because this part will just become 1, sine inverse times sine. Okay, now so we have almost solved for y, but still y is multiplied by pi and it is divided by 12. To get rid of this pi and 12, I have to multiply both sides by reciprocal of this stuff, that is 12 over pi. So this pi will cancel out and this 12 will cancel out. So I'm getting 12 over pi times sine inverse of x negative 35 over 0.6 equals to y. Okay, now we have completely solved for y. That is, this is the inverse of the given function. So let's look at the options where we find this function. So we find this function in option A, in the first option. It is 12 over pi sine inverse of x negative 35 over 0.6. So the correct answer choice for this question is the first option.